Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm Letitia Theora and today I will be reviewing Becoming by Michelle Obama, our first African American First Lady of the United States of America. This is definitely a book that I had to read. It was copyrighted in 2018, so I'm a little late with reviewing, but alas, I'm here with my book and I'm ready to review it with you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the title, Becoming. I watched Michelle Obama in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and the question was, why did you choose the word becoming? And she said it's because it summed up her journey, which is always continually evolving, and that there should never be a point where you arrive at a thing and you stop learning and growing. She also addressed the preface in her book where she recalled being a little girl and adults would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? As if when she grew up and became that one thing, that would be it. When in fact, when you grow up, you become many things, constantly learning, growing, becoming. The book is sectioned into 3 parts entitled Becoming Me, Becoming Us, Becoming More. Becoming Me begins with Michelle Obama's early childhood throughout all of her school year, including college, up until she began her career as an attorney at Chicago law firm Sidley & Austin, where she met and mentored Barack Obama. Becoming Us begins from the time when Michelle and Barack Obama began a serious romantic relationship up until the time that he was elected into presidential office. And Becoming More begins from the time that the Obamas moved into the White House until the end of the presidency. Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, raised on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, was born to Mr. and Mrs. Fraser and Marion Robinson with one older brother, Craig Robinson. She grew up in a close-knit musical family. She began taking piano lessons from her Aunt Robbie at the age of 4. Equipped with the drive to achieve at an early age, she demanded a do-over on a colors word quiz in kindergarten. Successful the second time around and receiving that gold foil star, motivation for many future achievements. She talks about testing at Chicago's first magnet school, Whitney Young, and worrying about whether she was good enough compared to the other students. She talks about looking for colleges and finally deciding to go to Princeton like her brother Craig. She also talks about a guidance counselor who told her that she didn't think that she was Princeton material. She talks about leaving boyfriends behind, going off to college, adapting to college life, and later learning that one of her college roommates had moved out because her mother did not like the idea of her rooming with a Black student. After attending Harvard Law School and eventually landing her dream job at Chicago law firm Sidley & Austin, as a new lawyer, Michelle was asked to mentor a new incoming summer associate. Little did she know that this summer associate would be the future love of her life, Barack Obama. I watched Southside with You, which is a story about the Obamas when they first met. It's very interesting. It kind of gives you a good idea of what it was like for them having that first unofficial date. And if you haven't watched it, I would suggest that you do. Actors Tyker Sumter and Parker Sawyer give an excellent portrayal of the Obamas in this story. So within the times between just before the Obamas were married and just before they moved into the White House, they went through many different changes. Michelle began to lose interest in her job at Sidley and Austin. She had experienced the loss of two, the loss of her friend Susan for cancer and her father from MS. Because she no longer had the passion for her job at Sidley and Austin, she eventually quit and she tried a series of jobs. So Barack proposed to Michelle on the day of his boarding exam. Eventually, they got married. It was a very interesting wedding proposal story. I really did enjoy reading that part. Michelle took a job at Public Allies while Barack worked as a college professor, a lawyer, and a soon-to-be author. After suffering many miscarriages, the Obamas have their first daughter, Malia, in 1998 through in vitro fertilization. And in 2001, their second daughter, Sasha, was born. One of my main reasons for wanting to read Becoming is because I wanted to know what it was like to be the first African American First Lady of the United States. In Becoming, on chapter 19, Michelle writes, "There is no handbook for incoming First Ladies of the United States. It's not technically a job, nor is it an official government title. It comes with no salary and no spelled out set of obligations." She goes on to say, "I understood already that I'd be measured by a different yardstick. As the only African American First Lady to set foot in the White House, I was other almost by default. If there was a presumed grace assigned to my white predecessors, I knew it wasn't likely to be the same for me. I'd learned through the campaign stumbles that I had to be better, faster, smarter, and stronger than ever. My grace would need to be earned." After getting her top priorities, Sasha and Malia, settled in the White House and in the right schools, Michelle began to work on her duties as First Lady. And one of her many duties was her Let's Move campaign. She mentioned early on that Malia's pediatrician said that her body mass wasn't good. So she decided to hire Sam Cass, a chef, to cook healthy, nutritious meals for the family. He also helped with planning the garden at the White House. So this led to her Let's Move campaign, which focused on making healthy choices, healthy food in our schools, access to healthy, affordable foods, and increasing physical education. Beyond this, she talks about what it was like living in the White House, difficulties with the press, focusing on what she was wearing, social faux pas, difficulties living in the White House, and just trying to raise Malia and Sasha as normal as possible. I was there. We were there watching the news, the good and the bad. And the rest is history. There were many things that I enjoyed about reading Becoming. One of the biggest things that I did enjoy was reading the many different quotes throughout the book. They were very encouraging and helpful. Two of my favorite, Failure is a feeling long before it becomes an actual result. And the second one is, if you don't get out there and define yourself, you will be quickly and inaccurately defined by others. I thank you for watching. I thank you for clicking on my video. And if you stayed till the end, I especially appreciate you. You are loved, you are appreciated, and I sincerely wish you a happy and blessed rest of your day. Goodbye, and until we meet again.